Cassie's ex-boyfriend has been locked up for many months, and he will stay behind bars until at least the end of May because he has been denied bail repeatedly. So all this time has got him bored because Diddy is now suing that dude and her. Perez Hilton here, and let me break down this latest legal maneuver. The disgraced music mogul filed a defamation lawsuit in New York against Courtney Burgess and his attorney, Ariel Mitchell-Kidd. He also sued Nexstar Media, which is the parent company of News Nation, and I love News Nation. I appear on there regularly. According to Diddy's lawsuit, Courtney and Alex made up outrageous lies about him to gain social media fame, enrich themselves, and strip Mr. Combs of his reputation, livelihood, and right to a fair trial. Remember that dude? He testified before a federal grand jury that he had evidence, video proof of Diddy's freak-offs. Remember the flash drives? The flash drives that also allegedly contained Kim Porter's diary entries? Lies, probably. I mean, he might have had the freak-offs, but I remember specifically, if you watched that video, I said, if that guy had video evidence of the alleged freak-offs, which he said he did, and he said that there were minors on there, he held on to that and didn't go to the authorities. That makes him also culpable, criminally liable for being in possession of that kind of material. And then he and his lawyer both appeared on News Nation talking about those allegations of the freak-off tapes and the Kim Porter of it all and just everything Diddy. Specifically, they also alleged that the videos that he saw had celebrities in them as well, and that 2 to 3 of them were minors. Remember all of this now? And that they appeared to be under the influence. And that they were victims, not perpetrators. What's especially interesting is she made these claims many times, many places, not just on News Nation, but Diddy's only suing News Nation. Ariel Mitchell-Kidd also told the New York Post that in one of the alleged Diddy tapes that he had, there was one more high profile than Diddy celebrity, somebody more famous than Sean Combs. And she told the Post, I can verify that it exists, that it's real, and that the other person in the video is very visible. There's no question of it. It's that person in the video. She didn't name that person, by the way. Diddy is adamant that these videos don't exist, so he's now suing them for $50 million in damages, including punitive, for the harm that the, quote, false and defamatory statements have caused. He alleges that these malicious lies from Burgess and Mitchell-Kidd, platformed by News Nation, caused him to suffer from significant reputational and economic harm. Pause. I know a thing or two about defamation, and A, when you're a celebrity, winning a defamation case is much harder than if you're a civilian, and B, you have to prove reputational harm. That's going to be a giant undertaking for Diddy because before these two were spreading their assertions publicly, his reputation was already in the toilet. But Diddy is taking it a step further and is alleging that these lies have poisoned the minds of potential jurors for his upcoming trial. They are intentionally false and defamatory, and he might not be able to get a fair trial now. Wah, wah. One of his attorneys, Erica Wolf, says, Sean Diddy Combs is taking a stand against the malicious falsehoods that have been fabricated and amplified by individuals seeking to profit at his expense. These defendants have willfully fabricated and disseminated outrageous lies with reckless disregard for the truth. Their falsehoods have poisoned public perception and contaminated the jury pool. This complaint should serve as a warning that such intentional falsehoods, which undermine Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial, will no longer be tolerated. Well, the attorney is clapping back and not staying silent about Diddy's lawsuit against her and her client, and this is what Ariel Mitchell Kidd has to say. This is just a pathetic ploy to silence victims and people who stand up for victims. Diddy has time to sue, but refuses to accept service for the lawsuits already filed against him. Wait, pause? He's in prison. You know where he is. You can't serve him behind bars? Is that true? I need a lawyer to fact check this. Diddy has time to sue but refuses to accept service for the lawsuits already filed against him. Is that true? You can't have one of the prison officials serve him, or a process server go into the prison and serve him? Anyways, she says, I look forward to countersuing and ensuring the court punishes not only Diddy, but also his lawyers who filed this pathetic lawsuit for this frivolous and meritless filing. So, if you've been watching my videos on Diddy, and I made a lot, you know what I think of her, right? I said it publicly. She gives me the ick. There is something about her that just did not sit right with me from the very beginning. And I'm not defending him in any way. I think he is guilty AF of most of the things, especially almost or everything that the federal government has alleged against him. But something about her, and I don't know. Thoughts on this latest Diddy development? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments section. And just once again, thank you for your support.